Hi sailors, I am Shishpal and welcome to my channel Maths Pirates. In previous video, we covered the aspect of the counting tools that the ancestors of the world had used as a part of tracking the quantity of objects. As I explained you, tracking and quantity both are two different terms. Tracking stands for maintaining, ensuring that objects are present or not, right? I explained you the same word in different terms, but simply speaking, tracking used to justify whether the object is present or not. Whereas counting, it is a second level abstraction where some standard notations, symbols are used as a replacement of denoting the quantity. Right? As I explained in the previous video, some of the counting tools that are used as a part of tracking the objects will from that specifically we will be discussing about tally marks. Why I specifically choose to explain you guys about the tally marks, because this was the simplest way of tracking the objects, the quantity of objects, the presence of objects. Now let us take an example of a real time scenario. Suppose let's consider certain objects over here, right? Because we did not mean to use numbers as until I introduce it. I can't count these objects, but I can make a track of these objects, right? For one object I can draw a single line over here. For another object I can draw another single line over here. For third object I can draw another single line over here, right? This was the simplest method. So this quantity was represented using tally marks. The word itself, tally, implies match. We usually, in our daily, as a part of our daily speaking, we say that the thumbnail got tallied, which means they both got matched successfully. Similarly, we match one stone with one object with a single line. We match an object with a single line, right? This is how tally marks were probably used. Now you guys might get a doubt that, see, for a minimum small quantities it is okay, then what about the huge quantities? Some For huge quantities it is a very difficult task, but for even for moderate quantity of objects, consider I have 5 objects over here. I have 5 objects over here. Now for one object, one line. 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 So for this object, what they used to do was they used to draw the line like this. Why? The answer lies behind the biological structure of our hand. See, look at your hand. One, two, three, four, five. One stone for one finger. Exactly, the quantity matches with the count of with our fingers of hand, right? So for the fifth, so for this part, this line was preferred to use. Now another example. Now we have this quantity of objects. Now if I want to maintain a track of these objects using the aspect of tally marks, for one object, one line. For one object, one line. For one object, one line. For this object, one line. For this object, this line. Okay, so for this object, one line. This object, one line. This for this object, one line. For this object, this one line. This is how the tally mark representation the world ancestors have used as a part of tracking the presence of objects. Tracking is not same as counting. Tracking in the sense examining the presence. That's all we need to keep in your mind. So if I have another object over here, I can draw another line like this, right? So the tracking of this objects, this is the tally mark representation. I specifically mean to explain about this tally marks because even at this time, if you want to make most people, the young children, to teach them the operations, even at this time, knowingly or unknowingly, we use the aspect of tally marks. Suppose 2 plus 3, right? Because of because you're a student of higher mathematics, you can easily say that it is 5. But for a lower class student, they need to understand it. So what teachers preferably do for 2, they draw tally mark like this. For 3, they draw tally mark like this. Upon adding the both, what will one, these 2 tally marks here, this tally marks here, total 5. Then this is how specifically teachers, they teach to the lower class students of performing the arithmetic operations, right? Even this application is nothing but the application of tally marks itself, right? So still, in order to make understand some mathematical operations, right, to make them comfortable to solve such arithmetic operations, still we use these ancient tricks, ancient count tracking methods as tricks for the lower class children to teach them operations, right? That's it for this video, guys. In the next video we will be covering the aspect of numbers. Now the real part begins, the aspect of numbers. In next video, introducing you with the aspect of numbers. We'll meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye.